lot of my friends are jealous of me, from school especially, not because I'm an actor, but because I get to work with the most beautiful women in the country. But keeping in with the theme of the evening, there's a little snag over here, nothing to be jealous about. All these beautiful women that I work with, I only play their dad, so. Well, on a more serious note, it's said that our experiences shape us as individuals, but it is our relationships that make way for some of the most defining moments of our lives. Each one of us has a mentor. Each one of us has a person that we look up to and turn to in good times and in bad, and who make the most difficult situations sound simple, or give us the strength to think and believe in ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Walker Blue Label and I warmly welcome you to an evening applauding an extremely special bond between father and son and daughter.
I'm really honored to be here, and I'm very excited to be part of the Johnny Walker Blue Label Date with Dad. And I share this very special relationship with my father, and he's been a constant source of inspiration, and he's been a constant source of support throughout my life. And thank you, Johnny Walker, and thank you all the people working there. Well, my dad is extremely honest, and he's simple, and he's extremely humorous. For example, he says, "John, you're a hero on screen, but I'm a hero off screen to have tolerated my wife for so many years." So, I mean, he jokes about it, but I think he encompasses far more than what a father's meant to do. And he's a super guy, and he gets his point across very simply. I mean, he doesn't really have to stress on it. He doesn't have to scream. He's never screamed at me. So he gets his point across, and I think I understand that life has to be very simple and not complicated, and I try not complicating my life.
If you had to surprise your dad, we're talking about Johnny Walker Blue Label Date with Dad, but if you have to surprise your dad at one such date on Father's Day, what would you do about it?
We've shared some great moments, but the one thing that I'd like to do, Baman, is I'd like to take my dad for a live game somewhere in Europe. He's of course seen my team Northeast United play, and he's enjoyed these matches thoroughly, but I'd like to take him for one of the international games so that he can enjoy that moment. They just were outside the Bernabeu Stadium. That's where Real Madrid plays, and they clicked a photograph and sent me. So I was just hoping that he could go and catch a game in there.
As parents, we have to just live our lives. Children just observe us and grow up. Don't have to teach them anything.
No preaching, basically.
No preaching, no teaching.
Mr. Abraham, what does this day mean to you? This concept, Johnny Walker Blue Label coming up with this wonderful concept, such an emotional concept of date with dad. What does it mean to you?
It's a fantastic concept, because, you know, today's world, one of the most important things that children should learn, youngsters, I mean, I would say young adults who are working and who are trying to build up their own career, is that they ought to remember that they have to give some time to their parents. And there's nothing like being together. That's how it has to be.
When he said, "I want to be a model," how did you react to that immediately?
Well, it was just fluke. It was just a chance that, you know, some model didn't come to his office. He was an advertising concern, and they said, "Sala, tu to chikna hai na, khade raho." Like that, he became a model. His friends forced him into modeling, and after that, you know, he never looked back.
आप अपने आप को किस तरह से फादर के रोल में देखेंगे जब आपको एक बेटा या बेटी होगी आगे चलकर?
जी, आज के तारीख में
He's practicing, don't worry.
Well, मैं अपने डैड को काफ़ी फॉलो कर रहा हूँ in terms of just how he leads his life. और इनफैक्ट ऑन अ वेरी सीरियस नोट मैं ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि यू नो काफ़ी प्रिंसिपल्ड है अपने डीलिंग्स में, और मुझे तभी पता चला कि आई एम माई फादर्स सन जब ही फुटबॉल मैचेस के लिए हम लोग गुवाहाटी गए थे, और वहाँ पे काफ़ी ऐसे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स है यू नो who want favors, ये वो, and then I realized that we don't do favors for anybody. Everything has to be done honestly and straight. तो I think at the end of the day ये मेरे idol इसलिए है क्योंकि he leads a very simple life. वो बहुत ही ईमानदार है, बहुत ही honest है, and I really appreciate that about him. और शायद I think this is all that we all learn from our parents.